Hello and welcome back everyone, I'm Day-Glo Buffalo and this is Let's Play Deus Ex Human Revolution, the director's cut. You want like a... I think it was him because he was coughing earlier when we were talking to this guy. You need like a lozenge or something? Anyway, when we last left off, we were standing right outside David Seraph's office because we have to go talk to him. And we had just talked to William Taggart and Isaiah Sandoval. So let's check in with Athena for a second. Or Athene.
Athena, you've been at this company a long time.
I hope that's not a comment about my age, Adam.
No. But I know nothing gets by you. If Saraf had done something that could compromise us.
Mr. Saraf has only the best interests of this company in mind, Adam.
I'm not questioning that.
Aren't you? I've been here since the beginning. I've seen how he built this up from nothing. He cares for his people. He truly believes what we're doing is important, and he would never do anything to jeopardize it.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, you shouldn't have. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy.
Well, touchy. Of course, I wouldn't trust him any further than I can throw him. Actually, that's a bad way of putting it, because with his augmented arms, Adam could probably throw him pretty far, so yeah. I don't trust him at all.
Boss, we need to talk.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access route to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
What?
Pritchard said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
He has now, but he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Pritchard may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
Okay, so we're up. Let's see. So personality type beta flashed up twice, but only one of the three squares, while alpha flashed up once with two of them. So let's see. Personality traits: aggressive, excitable, envious. Psychological profile: has a tendency to shift blame onto others, but will back down rapidly if resistance is felt. Is not afraid to use his authority to get his way, and doesn't like to be
Adam.
defied. Hold on. No, we're not. We'll sometimes try to change the subject in order to win an argument. So, we could either placate him. Of course, you're right, and maybe Pritchard's paranoia is rubbing off on me. Can refocus him. I want to believe me. I want to catch these guys as badly as you do. Or defend. You went behind my back on this one, boss. So he says...
I guess we understand each other now.
He says we'll back down if resisted, or tends to shift on... wants to change the subject, so let's try refocusing, maybe.
I want to, believe me. I want to catch these guys as badly as you do. But that breach is responsible for every security crisis we've had, including today's. If you want me to stop these guys, I need to know what kind of data they've had access to.
You're right, you're right. I'm sorry if I seem evasive. The truth is, I've had a lot of other things on my mind. I'm trying to secure a future here for all of mankind. I can't let trivial security concerns get in the way when people like Bill Taggart want to see me fail. No, you're my best warrior, Adam. And I trust you. I know the loyalty you've shown me will only continue as we take this fight into the future. Because that's what's really important, isn't it? The future.
He's changing the subject again. Although the persuasion level has increased, so I think we have to refocus him again because he's talking about the future. We want to know about this data breach.
Boss, I think we're getting sidetracked here. If you want me to win this war for you, I need to know how badly we've been compromised. I need to know what was in that data stream, in case our enemies accessed it.
You think they could have? I see your point, son. That might be bad. Look, I'm not gonna share every single detail of this data with you. As CEO of this company, there are things I can't release, even to you, Frank, or Athena. I consider us all a team here, but we each have our own roles to fill. I decide who gets trusted with what, and in this case, you're just gonna have to do your job without knowing all the facts. Megan said you could roll with the punches. Proof she was right.
So, well, that worked pretty well. We've got him at maximum level. He's showing major alpha personality type. So, I think we can use the pheromones now. I mean, we already got him at max persuasion, or at least near max. So, appease is for alphas, right? So, I'd say we go with that because he's shown a bit of beta, but mostly alpha, so let's go with that.
Boss, I really don't understand why you're giving me the runaround. When you hired me, I said I'd give you the best I could, but I can't protect us if you keep hamstringing my every move. If you won't level with me and tell me what it is you're hiding, then I'm out of here. I quit.
Adam, wait. You can't leave us. We need you. Now more than ever. All right. Look, the truth is, I set up a confidential data channel for a private investigator, someone who can run covert background checks on people, potential new recruits, like you.
You what?
I had to, Adam. You were a liability, remember? You'd just been fired from SWAT. Now, Megan believed in you, but I had to be sure. Look, I don't want this to come between us. I'll send the files to your computer. You can see for yourself what he dug up. But Adam, you'd better be sure.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes the past should stay in the past. Once you see that data, you can't unring the bell. When you're ready, come back and talk to me. We need to discuss our next move.
Okay, another praxis point. Silver Tongue, 1,000 points, 1,000 XP. So, nice. So he should send that data down to our computer. So I guess we're heading back to the office to do some light reading. Maybe Pritchard's still waiting over there. Hold on, let me check something. Got 6 praxis points. Ooh, we've got quite a bit of money. So we're doing okay, but I don't want to upgrade anything right now until we kind of get a feel for what we need. So once we see that we run up against a problem, then we can invest our praxis points strategically. So, get back to the office. And nope, Pritchard's taken off, just when I had some information for him. Can we maybe go see him?
Secret prison camp hidden in Highland Park? You've got to be kidding me.
It's hard to believe, isn't it? We went around the wrong way.
See you later.
No, Pritchard's not here either. So, where's he gone?
It's like our entire network is
Tech Haven, okay.
past the firewall.
I don't know, but he's got a shitload of new coding.
So, that was a useless detour. Alright, here we are. And let's check our computer. Well, we've got a bunch of mails from David Seraph. So, from Greg Thorpe. Words aren't enough. Mr. Jensen. I mean what I said at the plant today. Did we already see this? You saved my life in more ways than one. When those gunmen took my Josie away, I thought, well, you probably know what I thought. Please let me repay you. Josie and I, yeah, we already saw this. So, let's see. David Seraph, confidential. Two Frantic Pony? Okay. From Brad Radford. Repaternity test. I had a friend at the GeneView Labs run the test, off the records, like you asked. Does your subject know that neither of his parents are his birth parents? That surprised me. The mother was sterile, according to those old medical records I dug up. But his dad carries no common phenotypes either. See for yourself. Mother, Margie Jensen. Born, this is probably American format, so that is August 5th. 72, Caucasian. Father, Arthur Jensen. So November 23rd, 69, Caucasian. Child, Adam Jensen. March 9th, 93, question mark. Genetic Systems Tested Parentage Index. And, okay, well, probably these codes aren't all that, there's no point in reading them out, but probability of parentage 0. 2 Frantic Pony from Brand Radford. Arthur Jensen. 2 Brent Radford from Lucius Marco. So, Brent. It wasn't easy, but I finally backtraced some of Marge and Arthur Jensen's past. Through their medical files, Arthur Jensen had enough connections through his old Desert Storm buddies, turned security consultants, to have certain records pulled, which is why the family is a ghost, but he couldn't hide Margie's records. For a period of 8 years, Arthur relied on the insurance policy of his then employer, White Helix Labs, to pay for his wife's medication. She was on antidepressants since 14 and needed regular prescriptions. When White Helix Labs burned down, all its files and employment records were lost, and the Jensens stayed invisible mostly. Here's the thing. 1 minute, Adam doesn't exist, and the next, the Jensens have themselves a bouncing and healthy 5-year-old. That's when they pull their vanishing act. So, on a hunch, I sniffed around some more, and sure enough, the Jensens had tried adopting kids from several Michigan agencies, but Margie was deemed unfit as a parent. Next thing you know, they have Adam. There's no real trail saying how he was placed in their hands. Hope that helps. Lucius. So we're finding out all kinds of things about our past. So Jensen's psych evaluation. From to Frantic Pony from Brent Radford. Mr. Seraph. So Frantic Pony is David Seraph's? Well, yeah, it is. SI is Seraph Industries. Interesting email address for a CEO. Anyway, Mr. Seraph, I found Adam Jensen's psych evaluations following that SWAT incident. with the with the augmented teen. I actually thought this would be our mother's psych evaluation, but apparently not. I managed to sneak a look at the folder, but I couldn't copy it. At least, not yet. I'll be honest with you, the psych eval doesn't paint a pretty picture. It mentions the problems with authority figures, and a disregard for the chain of command, anger management issues, and potential PTSD. Here's the thing, when you hired me, you said you wanted me to read between the lines? So here it is. The evaluation reads like fiction. I'm thinking a pissed off superior wanted Jensen off the force, and the evaluation worded to read like just cause. But most of the rank and file I spoke to respected and liked Jensen. They thought he was a real straight shooter, even though the SWAT incident soured his reputation a little. Still, even my source liked him enough to want to keep his psych eval buried. Brent. Okay, and this is Athene Margulies. This is the old email, yeah, with the neuropazine disappearing. So, well, actually, we figured that whole thing out without having to break into any of the offices, and I don't know if there's really much point into breaking into the offices. We'd probably get a bunch of like emails and backstory and that kind of stuff, and maybe like a few odds and ends, a little bit of money, and you know, maybe a candy bar or something like that. But I don't know if that's really of any use.
Athena tells me you spoke to Sarif. Did he happen to tell you why he made us look like idiots?
I'm handling it.
You can imagine how relieved I am to hear that. I'll tell you what. While you follow any lead Sarif spoon feeds you, I'm going to do what I should have done in the first place and backtrace that signal.
That's your pride talking. Still, get back to me if you find something.
You meant when?
Pretty sure I didn't.
Wait, where'd he go? He walked off, he turned like to his right and walked off, but where did he go? And then there was one shot in the conversation where it was like perfectly framed so that Pritchard was like behind some kind of geometry that totally obscured him. It might have been the door, actually. So, yeah, because I don't see any columns or anything over here, so, well, that was a fairly pointless conversation, really, in the end. So, Whispers of Conspiracy. Meet Pritchard in my office, we did that, and meet Seraph in the penthouse. Confront Seraph, we did that. So, well, there's nothing left to do than to just, I guess, get back upstairs and talk to David again. No, we have to press the button, we can't just walk up to the door. Oh, we got 40 trank darts. Hold on, why isn't my quick change of the inventory working? Or maybe... Oh, maybe we can't take our guns out while we're in the office. Okay. I just want to check how... Actually, I think we have 41 trank darts because we've got one in the chamber. I want to check how many stun gun darts we had. Anyway, so we're back with David.
Here, this is for you. It's a corporate passport encoded with your biometrics. I've set up a false flag routing which should get you to Henshaw Island without any problems.
You're sending me to China? What about FEMA?
FEMA's got nothing to do with this, trust me. We'll have better luck in China.
How can you say that? I saw the bastard who killed Megan pulling his men out of that facility. I left one of those men dead in its underground storage bay.
I know that, Adam. Frank was monitoring the whole thing. So I also know that before he died, that man gave you an address in China. I want you to check it out.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Adam. There's a reason this company's under attack. You think it has to do with the Typhoon or with some other top-secret military project that I haven't told you about?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. The work Megan's team was doing before they were killed, it was redefining what it means to be human. This company, Seraph Industries, was about to lead mankind to its next stage in human development. Self-controlled evolution. Can't you see how scary that can be to some people?
Sure. I also see how lucrative it can be for some others.
It's never been about money for me, Adam. But you're right. There are people out there who don't exactly feel the same.
Like who?
I'm hoping you'll be able to find that answer for us in China. So get going. Farida's prepping the chopper.
All right. So we're off to China. Okay, so we found out that we were adopted from an unknown source. And, well, yeah, that was about it. Apparently, our parents were fairly well connected, so all of that remains buried. And that somebody desperately wanted us off the Detroit police force. All we've got left now is to meet Farida on the helipad and go off to China, I guess. We finished all our side missions. And I don't remember there being any more. So, and well, you know, I think this is video number 22, so we've been in Detroit for quite a while, so I guess it's time for a change of scenery. So let's talk to Farida.
Hey, Jensen. The boss said you were on your way. You're gonna love Hangsha.
You've been there?
Used to live there. I spent 3, maybe 4 years working in the upper city, and most of my nights having fun in the lower one. You ready to go?
Sure. Got nothing else to do. Unfinished side quests will be cancelled if you leave, but we don't have any unfinished side quests, so off we go.
I thought I was. How long is this gonna take, Malik?
You mean the flight or the fun afterward? Don't worry, we'll be there before you know it. Climb in. Jensen, you might want to get ready. The jewel of the Yangtze approaches.
Son of a bitch. I'm supposed to find answers in that.
Hey, twice the scum and half the space. Hang on, we're going in. The address you got off that Merc, Hengsha Court Gardens? It's a bit of a walk from here in the Yuzhou district, but I figured it might be best not to drop you too close.
In case Barrett only gave up the address, knowing I'd walk into another trap.
It's the kind of thing I'd do to an enemy. You want my advice? Just find out who lives there and get out.
All right, here we are. On a roof in China. Well, we don't have the sky above us, we have just more city above us. And I was wondering for a second why I couldn't move, but I was pressing the wrong keys. Okay. So let's see, let's take a look around. Plants. Ooh, this is nice. Little like, ooh, book. Tomorrow is Green, a blueprint for saving the Earth. The plain truth of it is, we as a species have brutally abused our mother world. And now only we as a species, in concert, can heal it once more. How do we accomplish this? There are many ways, And they start with each and every one of us, from taking individual responsibility to reduce one's own carbon footprint, through to larger and more proactive projects requiring dynamic cross-national cooperation, such as close orbit mirrors, orbital microsatellite mirrors capable of deflecting sunlight, green tech energy solutions, solar power cells, wind farms, wave power, iron seeding, stimulating ocean plankton to consume carbon, cloud ships, mobile wind-powered vessels capable of turning seawater into white counter-solar clouds via weather modification, okay? White counter-solar clouds, so basically clouds that are supposed to reflect the sun back, I guess? So it doesn't... to basically, hopefully cool global warming, I presume? Synthetic trees, in nature, imitative carbon capture technologies, deep ocean water displacement, piping systems that draw water from the ocean depths up to stimulate the Earth's capacity for self-healing. Well, that's a lot of big plans. Because in the end, if anything's going to solve global warming, it's not changing individual behaviors, but, you know, systemic change on a large scale. Hello, ladies.
I hope not. May is worried though.
Speaking of May, is she still downstairs arguing with Acker?
Where else would she be?
That girl is seriously going to get herself into trouble one of these days.
Man,
If that were the case, she'd already be in trouble.
you're wearing the same dress that Jenny was wearing.
Chan's afraid of her.
Can we talk to these girls?
If you're looking for a friend, I'd head downstairs. A lot of girls looking for the company of a handsome man like you.
Hello, sir. We are on break. But if you would like to talk to one of the girls on duty, just head downstairs.
Oh, it sounded like somebody was in trouble down there. A bike on the roof? Like, who would carry it all the way up here?
Oh no, don't tell me I left my purse in there with May.
Okay, we keep hearing about this May.
Hey mister, you think you could go in there and pretend to be a customer? It might break up the fight.
Okay, sure, why not?
I told you, I am not getting arguments. Not for this.
Our customers would pay much for the services of an augmented girl. You can make a lot of money.
Then tell customers to get themselves augmented, and they can go fuck themselves.
I'm sure some already have. May, look.
No, end of talking. It's too dangerous. I'm not changing myself for someone else's pleasure.
This isn't the end of the discussion. You'll get the surgery done if you want to keep working. Think about that.
Especially if you then get hooked on neuropazine. Or not get hooked on it, but you're dependent on it.
My apologies, sir. I was not aware May had a client waiting.
Yeah. Buzz off, man.
You're not a customer, are you?
What makes you say that?
The way you move, your attitude.
And what's my attitude?
Police. Or soldier. Someone on business. So why are you here?
I heard your argument. What was that all about?
They want me to get augmentations. For the customer's pleasure. It's sick. I quit before I ever let them touch me.
Sounded like they don't consider it an option.
They don't. I am lucky, I guess. I've been here the longest. It has advantages. But the new girls, they're not so lucky.
What do you mean?
They are forced to get augments. It's very bad. One of the girls who work here, Ning, she has been gone for days. I fear they took her and will force her to get augmented. You seem like a good man. I am desperate. Please, can you help? I can pay you.
Okay. So, can decline or accept or ask more information. So, about they. Well, it's always good to know who they are.
You keep referring to them. Who are they?
The Honghua Hotel used to be independent. In the past, we had to deal with local police for protection. And because we ran a clean and safe business, they looked the other way. But then, things changed.
What happened?
Bell Tower become the police in Lower Hansa, and they not care to help us. So, a drug lord came in with all his men and took control. Things has never been the same, and we cannot do anything about it.
Are they now Bell Tower that kidnapped her?
Why do you think Ning has been kidnapped?
Before, we could always refuse augmentations. But more and more girls got them, and it brings more money. Now they force us to do it. They won't even hire purebreds like me anymore, because they're not as popular.
Is Ning one of the pure breeds?
Yes. Oh, well, I hope she still is. They started pushing for her to get augments. She say no even when it gets violent. Now I fear they lose patience and will force the operation. Ning's not the first, and she won't be the last.
When it gets violent? That's an interesting way of putting it.
Isn't this a job for the police?
The police leave Lower Hansa to Bell Tower. And Bell Tower not care what happens if criminal pay them money? They don't care about my friend or any of the other girls forced into the sex trade.
Okay, so let's get some detail.
What do you need me to do?
I heard the girls are drugged and taken to a place somewhere in Day-Glo district. There, they're held until the doctor comes. I wish you to find this place, to find where they're holding Ning. I hope it's not too late.
And you said he can pay, well, we don't accept payment from workers. We'll steal some money from their boss if we can sneak into their office. So, well, of course we'll accept.
Okay, I'll help your friend.
Thank you. I knew I was right about you, Mr.
Jensen.
Mr. Jensen, I fear this little time. You must find Ning before they leash her with augments.
Leash her?
Yes, they call it that. They leash their girls with augments to keep them under control by supplying neuropozyne. I do not know where they keep Ning, just that it is somewhere in Day-Glo district.
A specific location would help.
I tell you, I do not have one. But there is a bouncer here, Chuan Li. He works with these people. He will know where Ning is. He goes to the roof to smoke often. Look for him there. You might be able to convince him to reveal the place.
We just came from the roof. Now we have to walk up again? Okay, anything else you can give me? Like what? Information? Sure, but if it's...
Anything else you can give me?
Yes. The men holding Ning. They most likely work with local triad gang here, the Harvesters. If you look for some of them around, maybe you find Ning better.
Got it.
Alright, so we got our first side mission in China. But I think we'll leave it off here for now, and we'll start on this mission in the next part. Or maybe we'll work on the main quest. Not sure yet where it's going to take us, but we will see in the next part. So for now, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like or a comment below. Subscribe to stay up to date with the new videos, and I will see you in the next part. So until then, have a good one.